I mean, this all happened a year ago, and when he demanded that trade. So with a year of context, should Kyrie have made the move?
I think Kyrie was thrilled at the time. I think Kyrie was horrified when it almost didn't go through. I think he was relieved that it did, and I think he's very happy today, because when you demand a trade, and especially when you have 2 years left on your contract and you have very little opportunity to guide where you're going to go, he could have ended up anywhere. He could have ended up on a team that I won't even say, because I don't want to upset their fan base, that was not set up to go to Boston. This could not have worked out better for him, regardless of what LeBron James did. I mean, he hit the jackpot in this deal. Then he got the move where LeBron went west, leaving the Cavaliers, which made him look even smarter. The only downside of the last year is, you know, the really unfortunate thing that happened with his knee. So everything else has come up all Kyrie, and I don't think he even thinks twice about it for a split second.
Not at all, and this is exactly why I don't think he's going anywhere. I know there's a lot of rumors and a lot of people wondering if he's going to end up in New York. I think that if Boston plays the way they're supposed to this season, and he knows he can rule the East for a few years, I'd be shocked if he left the situation he's in, given the way everything has worked out.
Well, yeah, and I think there's two sides to this. We're talking about Kyrie, but there's also the way the Cavs look back at this.
Well, I mean, let's talk about the Cavs. They traded IT, Channing Frye and pick that became Mo Wagner to the Lakers for Larry Nance and Jordan Clarkson, traded Jae Crowder to Utah in a move that brought in current restricted free agent Rodney Hood from the Jazz. That was a lot. I mean, it was like a brand new team. So, Brian, with what the Cavs have now, how does that trade look from their perspective?
Well, it depends on what Collin Sexton is. The Cavs are super duper high on him. They think he's going to be a potential all-star. If he is, they'll feel good about it. I can't see the future. I don't know, but they like him. To me, the part of this trade that, in retrospect, is just hard to understand is why they didn't get more when they renegotiated the trade. So just as a reminder, they agreed to it, and then when they found out that Kyrie's knee was, or that Isaiah's hip was not in good shape, they got an extra second-round pick. To me, I would have slammed my fist on the table and said, I've got to get more than a second-round pick in this trade. And I know what the Boston people said. They said, well, we weren't going to give you Jason Tatum. We weren't going to give you Jaylen Brown. Forget about it. And I would have said, all right, send him back on the next flight.
Bingo.
And I just feel like the Cavs misplayed the opportunity after they saw how bad Isaiah's hip was.
Cass, if you're Dan Gilbert and you're looking at that screen and you're seeing what you got back and you're seeing how things have turned out for your franchise since then, you got to be sick to your stomach, because this was the guy, aside from LeBron. This was supposed to be the future, and you gave him away. Let's see how Sexton plays, but you gave him away for basically nothing.
Right.
It's just
I
awful.
Can't emphasize enough how much the Cavs love Collin
And it's
Sexton.
not even just his skill level. I mean, he is a bona fide star in this league that puts people in seats.
And as Rachel has said many times, he's still got this year on his contract, so he could have been here for your LeBron transition.
Right, and I completely agree with Rachel. They didn't have to trade him, and I guess maybe that was me. That was me coming out in my Rachel impersonation. They didn't have to trade Kyrie Irving, but like you said, you think he doesn't regret it one bit requesting that trade.